Hello friends, I am Tanmay, third year PhD student from Indian Institute of Technology, Bhilai. So recently one of my very old viewer has suggested me to make a content related to doing PhD research using computer simulation. So thank you so much for suggesting this content. I hope many other people might have query related to this, and they may find it useful. So basically in this content I will talk about this topic from a perspective of a basic science researcher. So if you are from a engineering background or some other background, some of the thing you might not be able to correlate. So I am also using the computer simulation from the very beginning of my research. So basically I use density functional theory to do my simulation with quantum espresso. So here we generally study electrical and optical property of two-dimensional material and their hybrid structure. So in your case, if you are thinking of doing your PhD research using this computer simulation, so the first most crucial thing related to is the availability of computational resources. So good news is that like recently national supercomputing mission has started in India, and they are planning to install like nearly 50 supercomputer in different IITs, NITs, research institute and ISERs. So some of them are already installed, like Paramsibhai supercomputer in IIT BHU and some of the other in IIT Kharagpur and ISER Pune. These are already installed, and some of the other supercomputer are also installation are under process. So in 4 or 5 years we can expect a rise in computational facility in India, so which may be a great opportunity for especially people who are doing computer simulation in different fields, because most of the researchers are associating their experimental work with theoretical simulation for a better understanding of what they are doing. In computer simulation, one of the especially from a basic science point of view, in general the exception are always there. In some cases you might need to learn code. In most of the cases there are already a well developed codes are available. So generally for our case in solid state physics we are doing DFT simulation, and here we have a open source program like Quantum Espresso, which is a well established program. We can use that. In other cases also in different institute there are different program paid version are also available. So here best thing is you need not to learn any code. So the next thing is this computer simulation is pretty much similar to the experimental. For example, in experimental work, first we make the sample, then we put the sample for characterization. Like computer simulation, if you want to do the same thing, first you will model your sample using different software. Like in our case we use Vesta, a software called as Vesta. There we can model our system, model our sample that we want to study. Then after modeling the system, if you want to study a property, then we in experimental case we use the Raman spectroscopy, that instrument. Here we will use a software package. There are different software packages are there. So like inside Quantum Espresso, for different requirement there will be different software packages. So for if we want to study the band structure in a system, then there is a software package called pw.x and bands.x. This software they will do the calculation, and they will finally, like you get in experimental case, you will finally get a spectra. Here also similarly you will get the spectra or plot corresponding to the property you want to study. So input and output thing are exactly same. In the instrument you will give your sample as a input, and your instrument is instrument will give as a plot or any data as a output. Similarly here in computer simulation you will give your model system as a input. You will define different parameters, its size and all this description. It depends upon the type of the property you want to study. Then your software will do the simulation or do the calculation, and finally it will give you the spectra in terms of data, and you can plot the data and you will get the spectra similar to that of experiment. So input output is similar to that of experiment, and in place of instrument here you have a software package. So the way of work is pretty much similar to that of experiment, and some of the advantage here is like especially during COVID time. Here if you are a experimentalist, then most of the lab are shut down due to this COVID, but still if you are doing computer simulation, then you can do it from remotely from anywhere. If you are in a hostel in isolation, or if you are even in home, you can do it from there. So the most one of the most advantage in computer simulation is that now you can do computer simulation from anywhere. You just need a internet connection, then you can submit your job in the supercomputer, then it will do it for you. So this thing also help you after post PhD. Like for example, if you are doing experimental work, then after your PhD, if you are joining as a faculty or anything as in an institute, like in a state university or anything like that, then in that case there might not be infrastructure might not be available for to support your experimental work. But if you are doing a computer simulation, then even if you are in a different institute where there are not much infrastructure is available, then in that case also you can continue your research, because you can work from anywhere. You will just get access from the supercomputer, then you can submit your job from anywhere. And another thing I am not sure about, just it is a projection, like since the number of computational facility is going to increase, so the number of position for the like postdoc position and PhD position, this project position, this position in the different labs might also increase. So this may also increase your possibility of getting selected as a postdoc or getting selected as a project assistant, and all these things may increase because of the significant increase in computational facility in the near future. So because this is in rise in India, and no way it is going to decline, because the computational power in all over the world, it is going to increase with time. It is going to be more powerful with time. So this is the future, the computational, with more increase in computational power, there will be more computer simulation instead of the experiment, because most of the time it is the cheaper option. But it is not like that this computer simulation is going to replace the experimental, because they just go hand in hand. They both support each other to make a deeper understanding. And the best thing about the simulation is also it depend upon the type of work you are doing. Even if nothing is available, if you are a like project student or like that, in some cases, in some of the work, it might be not that computationally expensive. For example, in our case, the first publication that we have done was the work, all the work that we have done was in my ordinary PC only. So it's not that always it will be computationally expensive. Some of the work even you can do in an ordinary PC, and you can publish in a good journal. So currently only one issue is that the computational resources, because it is just rising, and so computational resources might not be available everywhere, and it is relatively easier also. It is not that difficult. You just have to, if you are interested in it, if you enjoy doing it, you will eventually learn. Just struggling with a little bit of struggle, you will eventually learn the process. So I hope through this content I became able to answer some of your query, and if you have further any query, you can let me know in the comment section below, and I hope you find this useful. Thank you.